Aloha! This is the Green Lightning Mr. T. Last episode, I took care of everything magic related. Now I'm going to quickly go in here and check and see if there's actually one of the bears running around here, because I haven't seen bears running at the other places, so I think there's the high possibility there's one here. Actually, no. Okay, so... Oh right, I haven't been to the west place yet. So that's probably where one of the bears is. Then there's one other place that the bears hang out. Because no one was in the Dodgem Domes, and... You know, I guess I'll do that while I'm here. Yeah, I could just make this a space episode and do all the space things. Why don't I do that? Make it a space episode. All about space. So we have another minigame here. $60 points. 45 seconds. Okay, so this is just another minigame where you have to grab the Twinklies. And right now we only have one person, but it will increase as we progress through each challenge. The one bit of advice is, I can tell you, is not to get stuck in the corners. Do not, if there's something in the corner, do not go for it. It is not worth it, even if it is blue. Although, in this first challenge, it's probably the only case where going into a corner is actually not a bad thing. As you see, I got one. There's a blue in a corner that I actually got. No problem. Once you get to 2, though, going into the corners is like a death trap. As you can see, I obliterated the score that I needed. Although really, it just comes down to the luck of the draw and getting nice colors for getting high score in that. That's the thing. Getting high scores, it's not worth it if it's up to chance. Is it? Oh dear. 50 points, 50 and 45 seconds. Is it all 45 seconds? I can't remember. Oh wait, I'm the one on top. What am I doing? As you can see, getting stuck is a lot easier to have happen. Okay. You want to try and just keep to the outside and just make loops. Definitely do not get stuck in the corner. Or... Ah! Okay, I made it. And I pretty much got this. Just need to get a couple more points. There we are. Ooh. Made it right to 60. Now this is the troublesome one. Because it takes 2 to trap you. And then there's a third one involved. Thankfully, once again, they reduce the amount of points you need down to even less than the amount of time you have. Okay, so just head right to the center at first is my best advice. Ah, I hate you. Okay, and once you can start heading around the edges, once you have them all behind you, you can start doing the ledge thing, but you are going to get hit a lot, I can tell you that much. Just don't get, if you get caught in the corner in this one, you're practically screwed. Okay. Okay, no, don't go for that one. Okay. As you can see, I did pretty bad there, but I barely made it. So what happened to this place while Grunty was away? Did someone, like... Maybe that's why this place is, like, closed. Well, there are quite better reasons why it's closed. Than, you know, Grunty just being out of the picture. Anyways. The honeycomb is still here from last time. Interesting. I did grab that, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, quickly and temporarily to the west zone. I really hope I don't have to get any more cheats from that thing. Because Get Jiggy doesn't sound like it has anything to do with the cheat that I actually get from it, if I remember, or at least the one I did get. So I'm being hopeful. This is the other way to get on top of the tent, by the way. Not falling off this. Okay. But for our purposes, all we need to really do is just hit the button, and then we can ride the platform over. And watch as this platform turns from wood into metal! Ah! It always freaked me out that, like, I never noticed this happen. Like, I was always, like, looking around at the scenery, and then, like, next thing I know, wait, why is this thing metal? Anyways, we also have one of these up here. Hooray! Right now, we just have to make this jump. And I skipped quite a couple. If you come here before that you turn any of the power on, you don't have to deal with these things, but they're not really that big a deal. They practically didn't even interfere at all with me. And then you can make a little shortcut if you ever fall down for some reason. Now back in Glitter Gulch Mine, we have the fuel depot and this guy. You guys remember this guy? We helped him get through a bunch of rocks. Now we can do the Saucer of Peril. This game can be quite difficult the first couple times, but you get the hang of it eventually. I like this game. There are a couple games like this, I think, that involve you shooting stuff with gold eggs. But this is by far the funnest, I think. It's really just getting the arc movement down in this game, because I think you can pretty much hit all the targets if you do well enough. But that last one, like, where the things where you don't have a lot of screen time, you have to be picture perfect to get them all. I wonder how many points in total there actually are in this. That's a good question. Ah, I missed a blue one. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't feel like you can actually get all of those. Whew. I'm relatively good at this game. I've had a lot of time I've played this game a whole lot. Okay, I've never been really good at hitting those. Although I think I did at one point manage to get them all. But that's a hard one. Ah, somehow I missed a blue one. Oh, we almost got it. Come on. Let's get the red one. I think I've got my best run was at least just barely over 600. I think that's my best run I've ever done of this. I don't know. Primitive paper thing. And this shiny gold thing. We got all the things. Hooray! And we can ride again to beat our best score. Okay, we have quite a couple pages. If I get one more, I'll make a trip to Cheeto. Alright, so I think we got more time. Maybe another 10 minutes or so. Alright, now what? I've taken care of all the space stuff. I guess I'll just head over to the west area. Anyways, can I kill you like this? Wow, you really are strong. That is frankly a bit stupid. The Wondering should clearly take that was awful. You know what? I think I got enough time. Why don't I take care of this big tent? And that'll be perfect for the end of the episode, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Conga. This only makes really much. I always wonder about that line. Because it only makes sense when Klungo was actually uses a big potion, but he used the invisible one for me, so... Mr. Pouch, strange wobbly inflatable thing. If you insist. Okay, so we gotta hit the patches, because he's Mr. Patch, and we gotta use grenade eggs. And I just need to get this first hit off. He does stand still every now and again, so you can use that in order to um, get a patch easily enough. Alright, so now because of that, we can now take the fight to the air, and, where's the nearest flight pad? He also fires, beach balls at you. Okay, so when I said that you don't need the grenade, the egg flying thing in order to beat this guy? It's quite true. You can use your beak barge attack in order to take out the patches. And sometimes that's a bit easier when hitting, especially the ones on his head. It's a bit easier to use the beak barge attack since you can control it. Missed it. And he's quite, you're quite free to run into him. He doesn't hurt you. Only his balls and that punching glove will hurt you. Now, did I actually ever get around to saying take out the ones on his head first? Because as he gets smaller, your hitboxes get smaller as well. And because he moves his head a lot, it's a bit harder to hit his head than the ones on his body. Ah, good, got it. Alright, so just a couple in front then. It also moves quite a bit faster. I might actually need to go and refresh some eggs. That or wait for this guy to stop moving. Ah, dang it. I was out of eggs anyway. Okay. It's almost actually a bit easier once he's this size to take him from the ground. The only thing is he got that stupid glove to screw you up. So you have to be fast. Got him. My best tip for this guy is to work your way from the top down. Because he is a bit easier to hit from the ground for the last few patches. Whew. So how long did that take? Yeah. Even got a couple more, if I remember the time right. I like fire eggs the best. They do just a little bit more damage than the blue eggs. And you do get a decent amount of them. Okay. So I think I'll just learn a new move and then call it an episode. Man, I feel like we're just flying through this game. That's what I feel like. Oh, I forgot they could be in here. Sure thing. Oh yeah, I did say that maybe she was here, or someone was here. Alright, so that takes care of that. No. Great, I'll be doing this with like no health. Okay, so remember how Kazooie's seem to have been combined into a lot of Banjo's normal moves? Well, that's to make it so that when you're alone, you can't do anything that you could normally do without Kazooie in the first game. Because in the first game, you, like, holding still and pressing B would normally just Banjo would flail his arms. Also, he didn't need Kazooie didn't do anything when doing the somersault. So, I do want to note one thing about this backpack move. There's kind of a bit of a bug where you get an extra double jump from it. It senses, it kind of acts like you're on the ground when you use this move, so you can get another jump in. However, you can only use this attack once in the air, so it doesn't allow you to do infinite jumps, but it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna combine, recombine, and then call it an episode. This has been the Green Lightning Mr. T. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and to you I say, aloha.